Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Valkyrie, where a bunch of strangers who met on Reddit actually become bestest of friends while playing Dungeons and Dragons live for you every Monday night at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am the majestic creator of this channel here on Twitch, which is www.twitch.tv / The Majestic Gamin, Gamin, no G, as well as the YouTube channel, The Majestic, and both of which I upload these videos to, which you may know. You can find links to either or below if you have not found the other one, or you can find, again, The Majestic on YouTube just by searching The Majestic, all one word, and is the very first search result. Today I am joined by the same incredible group that makes up the main journeying campaign in our homebrew game, which I will let them introduce themselves and the characters that they play, starting with Rachel. Go ahead and say hello.
Hello, I'm Rachel. I play our half-elven rogue, Mira Helder.
Very, very nice. And Courtney?
I'm Courtney. I'm playing the cleric Delilah.
Very, very nice. Justin?
I'm coughing, apparently.
Coughing!
Yeah. I play the Fire Genasi Warlock named Zashmar Efreet.
Perfect. And Brandon?
Jax, the Black Dragonborn Paladin. All right, turn off your audio.
All right. Today we are continuing where we left off, and where we left off at the end of the last episode was quite interesting indeed. To begin with, the group finally figured out who was responsible for the additional troubles that had begun to burden the party. Finding out that Bupido was slowly trying to kill off some of the members one by one in order to better serve his god. If that wasn't bad enough, the group found out that everyone journeying through the Underdark has been having some sort of strange, terrifying nightmare whenever they close their eyes down in the Underdark. Is it just all of them going insane, or is it something far more menacing, far more terrifying, and possibly far closer than they realize? Dun dun dun. As we join back at the end of the last episode, Sloobludop, the leader of the archpriest of the Sea Mother, and one of the leaders of the people of Sloobludop, the city that they were traveling to, which is a Kuotoa village, made up of some incredible fish people, known as Kuotoas, who have evolved from fish, and therefore everything that they do tends to seem a little bit more alien. You guys have found out from your times traveling with Shushar the Awakened that Kuotoa don't really relax very much. In fact, they're interestingly enough, they'll always walk around or circle someone that they're talking to. Even sleeping, they will tend to just walk around throughout the city, which leaves no need for chairs, yet there are quite a few chairs throughout the city, which you guys find interesting. But they again have evolved from fish people from in the Underdark, one of the first main races to have evolved to live down here, as opposed to many who just found their way down to the Underdark. And for that reason, they find it a bit more difficult to trade, a bit more difficult to partake in relations and diplomatic solutions with the other races, but also the fact that the new religion, which is run by Sloobludop's daughter, Bliplipod, or something very close to that, Bliplipod, is following the Deep Father, Limugugun, who they're trying to do a lot of sacrifices for. Now, when they encountered Plupapine. I'm surprised I'm getting all these names down so far. When they encountered Plupapine, he brought them a very interesting idea / incentive that he can help them as much as he can if they'll help him and the followers of the Sea Mother to infiltrate the followers of the Deep Father, acting as bait or their next sacrifice in order to gain the trust of the followers of the Deep Father, and then betray them when they are not at all held captive, but instead ready for a fight. Where we come in, everybody is currently getting off the docks of the ship that has landed. The entire party, which is left, again, pretty much everybody except for Pupito, as well as those who left with Nathara at the beginning when they first left Valkenvelv. We see that there is Pluplapine followed by, or surrounded by 2 monitors, as well as a total of about 6 Kuotoa who got off the boat with you, and a number of patrols walking around these docks everywhere, usually in a set of a few Kuotoa monitors and a whip, which are just different classes for those of you who don't know. But yeah, you guys are coming off this dock, and Plupapine offers to bring you to the shrine of the Sea Mother. I'm going to do this real quick. Alright. Do you guys continue to follow?
Yes.
Let me know when y'all need me to change the camera angle.
Okay.
Alright. Oh boy, this is gonna be an interesting marching order. Nope, don't want that bucket. Alright. Avoiding most of the little areas that go around, you guys quickly make your way. In fact, what I'm going to do right now is just make sure that we have the main members of the party along with Plupapine, as everyone else will probably follow up behind anyway. There's Delilah, and lastly is Mira, too.
I'm gonna stay a decent, like, distance.
Okay. 30 or so feet back.
Just away from any, like, touching distance of people.
Yep. That was another
That
thing
would
that I
be
should have mentioned, that
bad.
Mira did unfortunately contract contagion in her efforts to... really, this is the first time we've actually seen you try and take initiative and sort of... I mean, I don't want to... Like, this is the first time that you've really, though, gone through trouble in order to try and steal something or take something as a rogue. And
I mean, I was more or less the only one down there.
that's also true.
Yeah.
But the poor rogue, this is like, I mean, yeah, you've done a couple of other things here and there, but like, you were stealing, and they are still 500 gold piece gems a piece. But there was a little curse that came with them. Again, she has contagion, and for the next few days, anyone that she touches, we will have to check and see if they get infected. So
I have a DM question.
I have an answer.
So I got the divine health for being level 3, and it says that I'm immune to disease. Does that include, like, if
the
Mirror
effects
were
of
to
contagion? Yeah.
Nice.
Because contagion is inflicting disease. So, if you have something that makes you immune to all diseases, that most definitely does. But what's the name of it again, just to double check?
Divine health.
Oh, I bet.
Not to be that guy, but what about sexy diseases? Asking for a friend.
Does someone have a fever and their temperatures are rising? Mira, I'm gonna say then, as they follow this, everyone sort of stays back on docks, looking a little bit more at this, a bit more, but again, staying within the patrols and stuff. And you sort of fall behind around this corner, maybe?
Your tail moves.
Yeah. I know. I wish that all the characters had moving models, but unfortunately, that's the only one that was close to one of the characters. And to be fair, the closest thing that we could find to Dragonborn. As you guys come around, you guys see a very interesting sight leading around this corner, with Mira studying it from a bit afar. You guys see what looks to be a shrine, darkened shrine, and the interesting thing about this is that the first thing that actually hits you is the smell of this shrine. It is a nasty odor that just wafts up into you as you guys see these blood-strewn entrails and bits of what should be like chum that's been sitting there rotting at the feet of the statue. But also, you have a safe bet that some of the smell's coming from the statue itself, as this shrine, upon closer inspection... Oh, nope, let's not reveal that one yet. There we go. As this shrine, upon closer inspection, I'm just going to sort of place this right between you two for a second, sorry, is two squids tied together to form sort of a singular body with two heads. As it's tied together, the blood is just draining out of them in a manta ray that they rest along, with tentacles and arms strewn outward, and the blood dripping down. The stench just continues to uplift out of the little siphoned gold, I don't want to say bucket, but gold little pot that the blood is slowly dripping into. You guys continue to walk around, but you see that standing there too is a very devout Kuotoa whip with a couple of monitors by his side. Now, passing this with some glares that meet not just the people, the Pluplapine and the other Kuotoas leading you, but these stares are aimed directly at you as well. These daggers, which they have no idea what you're doing in the city. But again, it is very uncommon for unknown people to come into Sloobludop. Very unknown for other races of unknown people to come into Sloobludop. And they're still looking for prisoners to take. Mira stealths up quietly behind as you guys begin to head in, and you see yet another shrine. This is none other than the shrine that oh my goodness, I'm drawing a total blank for a second. Shushar the Awakened has told you about. He also followed along. The rest of them more so stuck behind, but Shushar is very important in this. So, oh no. Oh no, barrels falling everywhere. Alright. He followed up too. And it is the Shrine of the Sea Mother. A portrait of a woman standing tall with the head of a fish. I forget the exact...
Wasn't it a albino crayfish?
Crayfish, yes. The head of a crayfish is the kind that is. And in this two-story hut, it takes up just to the height of the ceiling, just enough room for this statue to stand tall as this weird-looking statue overshadows you. Again, very similarly, you see entrails strewn about at the front of the altar and all sorts of just smells, but you also see chests to either side and two doors on either side of you as well. As Shushar, Plooplop Bean ushers you in. In fact, later on we'll say that the other guys are still leading the other people in as well, but it is getting pretty crowded in here, as you can see at the moment. And slowly the rest of the group is making their way in from the docks. Alright. Does anyone have any questions for Plooplop Bean? They begin to, the moment they walk in, though, the first thing that they do is begin to walk in a circle around the statue, and their arms and torsos bow down to the statue and shrine of the Sea Mother. But they continue to walk around in a big circle around it.
The only one that can speak to her is Mira, right?
No.
Is Stool's
First off, it is
spore thing
anyone
still working?
with Undercommon. Second off, I don't know if you said her. That's why I said no, and I'm a bit confused. The statue is not an actual speaking entity, and Plooplop Bean is a male. Yeah, gotcha. Plooplop Bean is the father of
okay.
Blooplepod. Gotcha, sorry.
Hey, where is Stool?
Stool's with the rest of the Kuotoas making their way up slowly. The Kuotoas are taking a bit more time to guard them from the others that might want to take them as hostage before they're allowed to give you guys up as hostages. So they're trying to be very cautious making their way up.
Well, I already said Zash was going to be quiet because he'll just get himself in trouble.
Can't really understand him anyway.
So both religions are in the same town?
Yep. In fact, here's a little map to you guys of this I set up at the beginning of it. So you can see on the stream, as well as if anyone else goes up to the thing, you can see that over by the docks is where the Deep Father Shrine is, and the Sea Mother Shrine is more so inland. There are outer walls up along the left and right side. Taking some of the farther back paths, you guys noticed some of the guards that they do have around the outer walls as well, which is a number of more Kuotoa whips around these sides, stationed patrolling. Who you have seen some Kuotoa walk up and they immediately approach anyone who walks up to them. But yeah, and I would like to point out that you don't see many other races than Kuotoa. It's not impossible to have other races, though, just like anywhere else. A lot of the people that they're taking are prisoners of other races, so like a lot of the Deep Father followers will jump on the opportunity if they can, even if it's like someone who has a higher rank in the town. But other races are still very much so welcome, and it's just got to be more wary about it.
Yeah.
And then there comes Stool.
Let's bring our translator up to the front.
I'm Stool. a spore cloud fills up basically the entire chamber immediate that you guys are in, the entire length of the weird sort of Tetris piece shape that it makes. Not length, sorry, the entire area. They're still chanting and going around in a circle. You guys get the sense that this might take a little bit of time for them to do. Or... well... yeah. Oh yeah, a little bit more about the statue. This 9-foot tall statue is also carved out wood, though. I forgot to say that. Its head and forearms are from the severed head and claw of the giant albino crayfish.
Weird question. Is the wood dry or is it wet?
It is zirkwood. It is dried up zirkwood. You do recognize it as the very, not very common, but most common, commonly available source of wood down here. All right. So what do you guys want to say?
Well, I thought there was still like
Yeah, we should probably wait for them to be done with their
the
little
ritual thing.
Yeah.
Yes, let's wait in real time.
They're yeah, they can be interrupted and things like that. In fact, it's more of a, they're not really chanting anything so much. They're just walking around, paying their respects, and some of them repeatedly continue to bow and go around. But again, Kuotoa, they don't stand still. They're going to move in a circle. And right now, for them, this is their focus point.
Gotcha.
As well as you guys can make offerings to the Sea Mother too, to sort of put your foot in the door and show that you're more so even further on Blue Poppy's side. But it's your guys' choices. Like, you guys gotta role play it.
What do most of the offerings look like?
Oh. Personal items. The more personal, the better. You have seen, and you find out that this is where some of the obvious stench comes from, that some of what the creatures will do is actually regurgitate at the goddess's feet, considering that a sincere show of faith. But more personal items, the better. And then there are also doors to your side, too. So if you guys want to investigate them before you talk to them more, it's up to you guys.
Would they allow us to investigate them?
You would need to see.
I'm probably just gonna sit in the corner because I don't want to touch anybody.
Yep.
I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah. You're all infectious. Oh no!
There you go. And I'll just wait until we have to talk.
All right. Anyone else?
I mean, what is there really to investigate? Like, I'm fine with just snooping around. Like, Zash don't care, but because he's not going to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Just be careful around the giant, dry Zirkwood statue.
Yeah.
Again, his
Does
head
he, like,
isn't always on fire, but
stuff into the room. Like, is it worth going into the rooms?
I
He wouldn't know that, obviously. But
you guys would not know this.
I want to light one of my incense and just like find a spot that I can like put it near the altar.
Okay, very nice. You begin to light some incense, walk up and set it down more so to the right of some of the piles of upchucked remains. And it quickly begins to overshadow the wafty smell that encompasses the area. Blue Plopine gives you a little nod as well, seeing this as a gesture, considering that you are a paladin and you're using not necessarily holy, but incense is often seen to be very ritualistic and very considerate. So he gives you a little nod as you do so, and they continue to circle around Ashuk.
Okay. Zasha just kind of gonna like scoot around the obnoxious people that are circling and just like start snooping.
All right.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna go on in here.
All
And
right.
like goes into this room to the left.
You walk
And
in.
perception check, I guess.
Do us a favor. Go ahead and make a stealth check first
All right.
for snooping.
Snoop check.
Snoop check. Yeah.
That's a 7. It's not a great snoop.
Not quite doggy dog level, but
No,
let's see.
barely snoopy.
Okay. He does not notice you. All right, you walk in and you find 2 crates and what appears to be a bed, which again, it's interesting from what you know about Shushar. Very rarely will he sleep. But do us a favor, go ahead and make just a quick intelligence roll. I want to see what you know about Kuotoas.
16.
16. You know that Kuotoas will still have beds, will still have chairs. They still like the option to sit down, but very often are too restless to take part in the actually relaxing. But what's most interesting is that you find these chests. They're pretty. They're like ready to explode. These chests.
Like literally?
Like not quite literally, but they're buckling under their own weight. You can tell that these chests are heavy with a good bit of stuff.
Cool. I loot them.
All right, make an investigation check.
Really? It was on 18 and then tipped over to a 2. That's 6.
Oh. You find 27 PP.
Platinum shit.
Yep. Shit, I went in wrong order though. But still.
Cool.
Yeah. So no more pieces for you because I went the wrong way. You find a potion of healing and a potion of water breathing.
Oh, that's useful for the guy that won't go in water.
I hope you feel good for stealing from a church.
And rolling a 2.
Yeah.
The goal of this was to find something of use that he could stealthily put on the altar as if he brought it.
Oh, smart.
Because he doesn't have anything some fish want. Like, what they already have is what they would most like to have.
Yeah.
Could he check the barrels? Is that worthwhile?
You can, Yes. Which barrels?
The ones on the right side.
Gotcha. Okay, I figured that was
Like,
part of your
right
investigation
side of this
check
room,
for
I
the
mean.
room. Gotcha.
Okay.
That would be more so part of the investigation check for the room. Do. Yeah. Searching the barrel, you find one more item. A second potion of healing.
Okay. There. These are minors, right?
It does not say.
Because I had like 3 minor health potions. I've just been adding them to that.
Oh. Oh. Shit. Okay. This is a potion of healing, which means that gives you the spell, 6th level spell, heal.
Oh. Are they both that?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Choose a creature that you see within range. A surge of positive energy waves through the creature, causing it to regain 70 hit points.
Dang, that's great.
Also ends blindness, deafness, any and all diseases affecting the target. Spell has no effect on constructs or undead.
That's super useful with
Mira.
McDeath Hands over here.
McDeath Hands.
That is if you tell me what you have. If not, then I'll just stay like this for the next 7 days.
No, it doesn't.
The other
it doesn't
chests.
Does it? I'm saying it would heal anyone affected by you.
Yeah.
I can give it to you.
It's about at this point though that the Kuotoa leader, Sloobludop, heads up to Shushar and begins to talk to him, but everyone can hear because of Stool's fart. He says, I am glad you have returned. Shushar needed to return. Shushar needed to show you all the ways of enlightenment. Well, we will get to enlightenment soon, but first, I fear the worst. With my daughter having been swayed by this deep father, so many people have been seeing it as such a valid point of religion and faith, but there is no way that it can benefit them at all. All that it's been causing is so much death. So many people have been put to an end in the waters. What is going on in the waters? I am not sure. All I know is that they have people walk into the lake, one by one, and slowly the waters uproar with bubbles until the water itself goes from its normal black to a very, very dark red. Almost impossible to see unless you're really looking for it, but if you pick up the water and look, it almost stains your very hand. Oh no. This is not good, but what good can we do? You have the numbers that we have been needing. Considering there are so many of you mixed in with all of us Kuotoa, we might have much more of a chance to persuade my daughter at least to give up such a trivial pursuit to who knows what. They're having this discussion again as everybody's going about their stuff. Sash comes out of the small room and is still unnoticed as many of the Kuotoa have their heads turned to the shrine and are
Did I
bowing.
notice him going in and out of the room?
Make a perception check. All you have to beat is 6, so...
I beat it with a 7.
you you saw the door close and like just a dark hand close the knob as you notice that someone and something went in, and then next thing you know you look back and Zash is standing right there by the door on outside of it now.
Okay.
Shouldn't we start like planning how we're pretending to be sacrifices and all that?
Yeah.
Well, that will be easy. In 1 hour, either my daughter or her first hand will come to meet me, and I will give you over as sacrifices, and they will lead you away. We will watch the ceremony from the edge of the dock as it begins. But, alas, you will not be captive. You will not be restrained. You will not be helplessly sentenced to death. You will be able to fight back on your own accords.
So is there a signal we should look for when we start our attack?
When everyone begins to attack, I think that would be a good sign.
My question is, though, I don't think they would allow sacrifices to have weapons on them. And wouldn't they notice if we weren't restrained properly?
Well, some things. As he sort of nods. Again, he's still walking around. They're not standing still right now. But he walks around and he sort of walks past Delilah, and he nods his head down and toward the side as he points with his head more so than his arm or anything else. He points with his head to Delilah's mace that is just very largely sticking out of her waistband. He goes, some things might be a bit more difficult to conceal, but there might be some things that we can get you. And there are many empty crates around the docks that we can hide some items in as well, if you wish. Between the time that they take you and the time of the ceremony, I'm sure we will have enough time for our people to hide the items in those barrels.
Plus, some of us don't need weapons.
Not all of us are that fortunate.
Just touch them.
I give you a harsh look.
He winks.
We also have a few that probably shouldn't get into the fray, and I kind of nod a stool. How many of us do you want to at least be sacrificed? Or pose as being sacrificed?
There are so many followers of the Deep Father around. I don't know who we can trust. Even if I felt confident that not a single one of you was seen by nobody who need not see everyone coming in, I still don't know if those people can still be trusted. So I'm afraid everyone who came off that boat must be put up for sacrifice.
That would have been a nice thing to know before we all went off the boat.
You should have read the contract. No. he just sort of shrugs his shoulders and continues to walk.
Or the sacrifices.
One more time? You cut out a little.
How long? How long do we have?
He said within about an hour.
Okay.
Could we hide Stool out in the woods or something? Just a thought.
Again, he said anyone who was seen coming off that boat, he feels that they know about every single person. So hiding someone at this point would go very far to instill more doubt into them, which is not what they want. They want to get them to trust them stupidly.
Will they be able to hide our weapons near where we're like getting taken?
Yes. Again, there are many, many empty barrels along the docks. And I'm sure that we could put some weapons in those.
But as you said before, without trusting others and them seeing things, would they not see you set up said barrels? Even if they didn't see you put the weapons inside, would they not get suspicious or ask what's in them?
We go into the barrels all the time at the docks. The barrels are sometimes just temporary holding spaces for foods, and also sometimes temporary holding spaces for personal items. But hiding a short sword in a barrel is far easier than concealing, as he looks up toward Groot, a person. He's just not really sure what to say. He knows that person wasn't quite the right word to come out of his mouth, but he doesn't know what to call Stool.
Poor Stool.
I am Stool.
Alright, then I hand over like all my weapons and tell them I trust them.
I suppose I hand over my mace.
I'll hand over everything except for my daggers. Just because I can probably conceal those in my boots.
I should probably hand over my spear too. I guess I'll give that to you.
I hand over the crossbow, but I hold on to the auxiliary items like the poison vial and the wand and the rod.
Okay. It's a good rod to hold on to.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if we happen to go across a giant squid monster. I'm the one who had the freakiest dream.
That's subjective. I feel like Jax would argue a bit about that.
Oh,
Well,
indeed.
yours have just been a bit more, I suppose. I don't know.
I don't know. We were closer to whatever's going on here, so that might be why I was a bit more descriptive.
Mine have also been happening for like a week now.
Yeah. Speaking of, would anybody like to take a short rest in this time?
But I can bring back my 2 slots.
No, you need a long rest.
To regain a spell slot?
Yeah, isn't it a long rest?
Yeah, it depends on which class and if you have a certain like skill that can do it. Because I think wizards have the ability
Oh,
to regain on
I
a
thought
short
first level
rest.
spell slots got back. I'm not sure though. I don't know. It would say on your character info in particular.
Does someone have their phone on a desk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mine. I'm sorry.
No
No,
worries.
it just startled me.
At first, I thought that someone went and then
Oh no,
like,
it
just
was
went,
my phone.
and then it happened a second time, and I'm like, phone.
I'm sorry.
Looks like it's
No worries.
just for health.
Yeah, it says for spell casting, you regain all expended spell slots when you finish a long rest.
Where do you see this?
I must be thinking of then, like Rachel said, a particular class / skill, where you can do that. Feat, I should say, where it allows you to do that. Okay. So, nonetheless, is everyone at full health points? I don't think everyone is.
I mean, mine
I'm gonna say
reset
I
until I'm
am.
up,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I think they were full before that, but like whenever you level up and change your stats, like it resets everything.
I don't think any of us got hit. I think you were focusing on the NPCs.
Yeah, because you really want to kill them.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm still at full health.
I know I got
So,
netted,
well,
but that didn't do damage.
yeah, which is a shame because they had advantage then after that. Real shame. All right. Okay. So you guys just stand around patiently, and since you guys are not resting per se, you guys are able to be a bit more wary, a bit more coherent as to the things that are happening around you. And rather interestingly, these Kuotoas stay outside. I don't know whose player character I just flew across the board, but I think it just... Oh, no, okay. Okay, that was someone's hand. That was Justin's hand, okay.
Okay.
You guys just
While
stand
we're
together.
waiting for this hour, can I
Yeah, anything that you want to do before you're, taken away and prisoners.
Okay.
Definitely
Hey,
during this
Zash.
hour.
Yeah.
We might die in a little bit, but to ease our nerves, do you want to play some dice?
Why?
Because it's fun and it calms me down.
You've never even wanted to have a conversation alone with me before. I know.
Because I think I know you might have been somewhere where you weren't supposed to go. So, I would like you to humor me.
All right, let's do it.
Okie dokie. DM, I have a pair of weighted dice.
Oh, okay. Yes, you do. What I want you to do,
Alrighty.
both of you, what dice game are you playing? Just high die?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what specific games they have in D&D.
Just like any possible die game if you want. You're the conner, so it's the con artist, so it's whatever you'd like to try.
I guess low high.
Low high? Alright. So high die wins. What we're gonna do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Just so I know what it is in the future. Alright. So you both roll your die. Justin rolls a nice 3 on his die, whereas Mira rolls a 6.
Oh, we don't roll for ourselves? Okay.
You can if you want.
I mean, I could probably roll better than a 3, but
Huh?
I don't know if that's how the game goes. Like, that's
It's fate either way. You're rolling a 3, and whatever she rolls, it gets flipped to a 6. Just like that.
Well, I rolled a 16.
This
What?
would be with a D6.
D6,
Oh.
yeah. That's why I moved these out to here, yeah. It's just
So
a
no
regular
matter
die
what,
that you
I roll a
have.
6.
That's not a D6. I've never seen that before. A D3? I've never seen that before.
The big yellow... No.
Oh, hey, I got a 9. No, it's probably a 6, right?
What?
Are you rolling
It
a
doesn't-
D6?
Yeah, it doesn't have a line on it, and it's facing as a 9. But yeah, it's a 6.
Okay. So, in that case, you guys tie. Go ahead and roll a d6 again.
I mean, I'm not going to keep tying. Like, it's just... There, a 3. You got your 3. Happy?
Either way, yeah. Once you roll that 3 and you see that she has a 6 again... 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. There we go. I just did this so that was on the board for everyone to see with the D6s. But, Ah! There we go. Both of you have your die back. And, yeah, she definitely won that one. And you thought it was weird that she got 2 6s in a row.
That's 3 out of 5.
I'm gonna pull out. I'm assuming in my weighted dice kit I would have normal dice in there as well. Just because he is obviously using a normal die.
Nope, you do not have any normal die in there.
Really?
Sorry.
So we've both been rolling 6s?
You both rolled 6s the first time, and then you rolled a 6 and he rolled a 3.
Alright, best 3 out of 5.
2.
6.
That's some crazy luck you got there, princess.
Well, I guess I have the look of the gods on my side.
No, I strangled the last guy that said that, right?
And I stabbed him. What's your point?
Not a big fan of the gods myself. Or weighted dice for that matter. Now, what do you want?
What do I want? I'm assuming you took something out of there. Otherwise, you wouldn't have such a nice smile on your face. So, one thing.
Maybe I'm just
Your
happy to
choice.
talk to you for a change.
I find that extremely hard to believe.
You two are growing on me, but no, that's not it at all. This is actually kind of a chore for me right now. Okay, one thing of my choice.
Sure.
All right. And he hands her the potion of water breathing. I don't see much use for this anyway.
You are handed what looks like a blue potion with little tiny bubbles coming up from inside of it in a glass vial, corked, and
How long does it last?
Make an investigation check for us.
Ooh, this isn't good. 7.
All right. You know that's a water breathing potion that can last for quite a while, but you're not really
Okay.
sure.
Thank you, Zash. It was a pleasure playing with you.
Was it?
Mm,
Don't
sure,
answer
why
that.
not?
While he's actually rooting around in his bag, he remembers that he's got like an amulet and a ring in there that he has no idea what they are. So I want to take this opportunity to spellcraft those again because it hasn't worked yet.
Now
Or
the
Arcana, whatever.
amulet I think I remember, but the ring?
I just put someone's ring. I think it was in the dresser with the
I
spider.
took that back. That was mine.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
okay.
hers. I was gonna say the only ring that you guys really came across, I thought, was the ring of strength.
Gotcha. I've got an amulet and an unidentified potion that I still don't actually have a name for, so I didn't know. But the potion I really don't remember where that
Is
came
this
from.
the
But the
amulet
amulet I do
Valkyrie?
remember.
Because you guys didn't get 2 amulets, did you?
Was it the amulet of Valkyrie?
I think that was it.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't think I gave you guys the other amulet yet. Yeah, go ahead and make a... Yes, because you did try to do this one. You know the name of it, but that was about it. You just heard...
Yeah, I didn't know what it is.
Yes, go ahead and make another check on it.
Arcana?
Yes.
Okay, that's an adjusted 20.
Oh. Very nice. Let me go ahead and find the
About time.
player safe info for this. You know that this is a wondrous item. It needs to be attuned. But with this amulet, if you're it has an intelligence score of 14, a wisdom score of 18, and a charisma score of 16. If any of your numbers are lower than this when you attune to it, it goes to that number.
And what does attune mean?
You can only have 3 items attuned to you. Once it is attuned to you, it will be permanently bonded to you until you unattune it for another
Gotcha.
item. So you can only have 3 items attuned to you.
Like
It's
my
more so-
ring.
yeah, it's like
Okay.
an item.
I
that
really
you-
wish I would have gotten to this sooner because I have an 8 strength, so that's super useful.
Wait, it's
Doesn't
intelligence,
it only-
wisdom, and charisma.
Yeah.
Not strength.
Oh, I thought you said strength.
No, intelligence score of 14, wisdom score of 18, and a charisma score of 16.
Oh, okay. Well, still, that would help charisma and wisdom.
I bet.
So, okay, I will put that on then.
You're
Let's see if
gonna.
I can
Okay.
create a custom item. Can you send me those stats? I can see if I can like make the item.
Yeah, not during the stream, but I will
Okay.
later. Let's just say intelligence of +2, wisdom of +4, and charisma of +3. As you tune to this, it's going to take about 30 minutes to do so. Now,
So I
we
take out my one book that we picked up
Yeah,
a while back.
yeah.
Well, I had 2, but we know the one is Prince of the Apocalypse.
Yes.
So I take the other one, which is Celestial, and I asked Delilah if she can read it.
Delilah. That is so perfect. Go ahead and make a religion or history check with advantage, whichever is better.
You or me?
You.
Oh.
Wait,
Yeah.
you
Courtney.
speak Celestial, don't you?
Yeah, I speak Celestial.
Because
This
of her
this
ASMR
is-
background.
Yes.
Wait, so what am I checking?
Roll a d20 first off.
With advantage.
On your sheet, you have a couple of things under skills. One of them is religion, and
Yep.
one of them is history. Which one of those is better, or are they the
History.
History. So I want you to add history to your d20 roll, and
With
roll
advantage,
a
you can
d20
roll again.
Yeah, so you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Two.
Yeah, you roll take the higher.
Okay. Still not that good. I got 11.
Okay.
With the history modifier?
Yeah, with it.
All right. You may have heard of this book, you think.
You think?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
But if this is the book that you're thinking of, it contains the unwritten bits of information about the Valkyrie which inhabited the lands long ago and possibly, through myth, is said to contain where they are now and how to reach them.
But that what? No
Man.
way.
That's what you think it is.
That's why I like
Yeah,
it. That's,
but
yeah.
That's
You're
pretty
getting
cool.
super, super hyped, and you haven't even
Right.
really read the first words beyond Valkyrie.
No, that'd be that'd be awesome.
It would be awesome.
Jax is also getting excited because he's like, "Oh, she must know exactly what this is."
Yeah.
Oh
In
wait,
fact, on the front, it does have very.
Surprise.
It's interesting. I shouldn't say a very angelic Valkyrie on the cover of it. In fact, let's see if I can find something a good bit better on the front
Got
of it.
like a
Though.
well-known
It does
one.
have a picture of sort of a Valkyrie fighting along the front of it with sort of an army of Valkyrie behind her.
nice.
And 3C70. Sorry. Just got to quickly go like this. Inside you see sort of an engraved impression of this. Alright. This is sort of the engraved impression on the cover of it. Not so much, you know, that gun there, but yeah. Alright.
That's my friend.
Now,
What?
as you guys are waiting for the moments that are bound to come, where they all come out, and in fact, a bit of a startling event happens as a Kuotoa whip comes out and approaches Pluplopine. I was about to say Sloobludop. He approaches Pluplopine. Mira is the only one who can understand this. The spell is still in effect for everyone else. However, Glooglagog was not in the range of Stool's spell when he released the spores. So, I shouldn't say spell. Was not in range of his spores. So it comes out, and Mira and Shushar, of course, understand.
Wouldn't Sereth also understand him? Or does he just speak common?
I can check. Sereth, I think that you pointed this out before too, and I very much so appreciate it. Yes, he speaks Undercommon and Elvish. Surprisingly not common. I keep on forgetting that. So, but I mean, well, some of you are Elvish, so some of you have not understood Sereth a good bit of this. Just saying. Alright. He comes out and he approaches, and he goes, "Father, how in the name of the entire Underdark can you trust these outsiders to help us, let alone leave such incredible fate in their hands? My son, we must be sure to take assistance wherever it comes. This is the only way that we can show my daughter who abandoned us the way back to the Sea Mother. But Father, there is no way that they will not betray us. They are terrible, terrible outsiders, and we've seen what's happened with outsiders in the past.
I take
How-
offense to that.
He sort of gives you a bit of a stink eye, and for a fish, it's just like a darting eye that sort of, again, like, their eyes aren't necessarily on the sides of their faces, but they're sort of just like a bit more, to the side than normal humanoids. And this one eye which sees you, because the other one is on the other side of his face at the moment, as he's has like half of his face showing to you, this one eye just turns, focuses on you, and you just see the iris just close in like a pinhole while it focuses on you.
I just smile.
As he looks back. It is foolish of you, and negligent, and I can start to see why she left. As he storms out in a huff out the front door.
How do we know that he's not gonna betray us?
That's a good question. In fact, it's at this time too that you see the last of the Kuotoa monitors. Well, not three of the Kuotoa monitors, but they are the ones with all of your weapons. Leave not too far behind.
Awesome.
I still have my daggers.
Alright. Oh, and you guys did not really hear that again, except for Mira.
Wow.
Mira
I look
has a
at
secret.
I look at Sloobludop. Is he gonna be a
Nicely
problem?
said. Children are always a problem. As he just starts to lament and walk toward his room and goes inside.
Zash looted from his room.
Yep.
Alright.
No regrets.
No sacrifice, no victory.
I relay to the group what just transpired. They could only hear half of that conversation. I give them the other half.
You do so and fill them in, and yeah, a good bit of worry seems to show through, no matter how hard they try and hide it. Considering, again, you guys are about to be put up for, sacrifices. You have no weapons. There's fractures in the whole resistance that's trying to fight right now, as it's somewhat seeming to fall apart. And yeah, you guys are getting worried.
A little bit.
A little bit. In fact, yeah, it is definitely going to be. When he came out, he locked this door. Turvy soon finds. Turvy's gonna try and unlock it with a natural 20.
Yay!
Turvy opens up the door, walks inside, and sees a heap of barrels. And an investigation check, Turvy finds very little with a 3.
Oh.
It is still enough for 1,000 silver pieces and a spell scroll of light. Turvy is going to soon come out, and right now the Deep Gnome has... Yeah, he's built the most connection with Mira of the group. Aside from, of course, Topsy. First, Turvy goes up to Topsy, tells Topsy what they have. Then Topsy and Turvy head on over to Mira and tell them that they found 1,000 silver pieces in a scroll spell scroll light.
Ooh. That's a good find. Where'd you find it?
We found it in that room over there with lots of barrels. Although, I'm really small and I could only get to the topmost barrel. I couldn't get to any of the ones below because they're really heavy and like my height. So, it was, you know, not great. But I found some stuff and we decided to let you guys decide, you know, who gets everything more so. Cause, you know, we're just here to get out. Well, not really out. We still want to stay in the Underdark, but we don't want to be trapped by them anymore.
I understand that. Well, why don't you... Am I the only one who can hear them?
Everyone's pretty close. I'll say within earshot, anyone who's trying to actively listen, which unfortunately is not Zash. I hate to say it, sorry Zash, but you're tuning. And Jax did... Jax and Delilah are looking at the book. So yeah, you guys are the only ones that... You're the only one that can hear them.
How about I try and see what else we can find, and then we'll figure out what to do.
Okay.
And I try and go over there as stealthily as I can.
Go ahead and make a stealth check. I'm pretty sure natural stealth will beat this because these Kuotoa are
15.
15. Yep. You stealth over, now make an investigation check for us. He left the door
Already?
unlocked, obviously.
Yeah. 19.
19, very nice. Alright. You find 500 copper pieces, another 1,000 silver pieces, and 150 gold pieces.
Pieces. It was 500 copper?
500 copper, 1,000 silver, and 150 gold.
Alright. Is there anything else or just the money?
Looking through the rest of it appears to be just the money. Because me checking as a DM, not the telling you what you found. We found 2 potions of healing, a potion of water breathing, and the spell scroll, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's all of it then.
And does this room look like an offering holding room, or does it look like someone had hidden it there?
It is more so where they keep the offerings, you feel.
Okay.
This is stuff that could have been accumulated for maybe hundreds of years in their civilization. You don't know how long this exact religion dates back, but like Shushar said, it's the oldest one that the Kuotoas have. So you're betting that this is built up for a while.
Do I know the financial situation of the city?
You do not.
I'm gonna put it back just because if Jax knew that I stole from a church, he'd kill me. I'm gonna put it back, and I'm gonna go over to Topsy and Turvy again.
Okay. What do you tell them?
I don't know your personal views, but I get the feeling that all of this probably took some time to get, and it all belongs to the church.
Does that mean we have to put it all back?
If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm just not going to take anything because I kind of look over at Jax. I don't think my paladin friend would like it if I did. And he saved my life a couple times, so...
You're probably right. We'll put back the silver that I found. But we should.
Can we still not hear?
To the spell scroll. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
I think the spell scroll would be pretty good, especially since our non-dark vision friend might need it.
Okay. They sort of shrug off, and both of them now, as a group, head over to the door, holding hands. And
Before they went, I kind of instinctively almost went in for a hug, but I'm like, nope.
Alright, now we get to use Ash. Finally, at the end of this incantation, as you were sitting in one of the few chairs lying around, meditating, a glow emanates from you. Not like your natural, fluorescent hair glow. No. Much more of a divine glow that comes with spell crafting, with cleric magic, as this item becomes attuned to you. But then suddenly, the glow becomes dark, shadowy, as the swirling lights moving around your form turn to smoke, moving through the air surrounding you, slowly dissipating down toward the ground until it cascades across the very tiles of the floor you're sitting over. You are now attuned to this amulet. But Brandon.
Yeah.
Jax knows, and of course Delilah. Sorry, Delilah as well knows that is very uncommon. The attunement often is almost a divine ritual in and of itself. Not only clerics need to attune to items, and when you do attune to something, it's like having the power of something handed to you from the gods. So to see that sort of sullied is frightening. And the two of you see this, sort of look at each other, realizing that's not right.
I'm going to say, if you take this away from me, I'm going to be mad. It took me almost that 10 minutes just to figure out how to add it. Because I had to create the item, and then, yeah.
Well, you have it now.
Yeah.
You have it.
My
There's no
spellcasting
way-
modifier is +5 now, by the way.
Your spellcasting modifier is +5? What?
Yup.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, because your wisdom went up.
Well, it's charisma.
Oh,
My
charisma, okay.
Spellcasting charisma. No,
Alright.
wisdom's even higher.
That's cool.
So I don't care that I look evil to y'all. I'm strong.
I just thought it looked normal. I don't know any of this religion crap.
Can we do like a check and just see if it is cursed at all, or?
Oh, yeah, I probably should have done that, huh?
Make an Arcana check. Or no, that would yeah, that'd be Arcana. Real quick question, Justin. What languages does Sash speak?
That is a good question.
Common. Going out on a
I
limb.
believe it's common and infernal.
Yes.
Trying to find that.
Elemental.
Common and primordial.
Primordial, that's the elemental one, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got 14.
You can't tell.
Great.
You cannot. Right now, you just feel very overcome with darkness. If that makes sense.
Hang on. I want to see something.
Okay.
Okay, I am going to use my divine sense, and I just want to see if that thing's super evil or not.
Divine sense. That's do me a favor. Read that once again for me.
It says, the presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears.
Okay.
Is it a radio thing, or is it just like on a certain object?
Within 60 feet.
I don't know how literally I'm supposed to take that, but I'm gonna take it pretty gosh darn literally. In this room, which you were slowly coming accustomed to,
Mhm.
with the stench of the vomited up barf, the vomited up givings to the shrine. I can't think of the word for the moment.
Offering?
Blank on that. Yeah, offerings, something synonymous with that. As you just became used to it, a powerful wave of stench fills the entire area. Everywhere around you, you become overcome with this powerful stench that you begin to cough. You begin to not be able to breathe. You have to run out of the room in order to get air, but you run outside and it's just more of the same lucrid air. Just more of the same disgusting air as you slowly hear Limugugun, 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 and see across the way at the shrine of Limugugun, at the shrine of the Deep Father, they're slowly pacing around, and you see as she begins to walk forward, the daughter of the archpriest Sloobludop is making her way over with her Kuotoa whip, 2 monitors, and they slowly begin to come over as Kuotoas continue to move around the shrine. Limugugun, Limugugun, Limugugun. They're moving in close, and they see you.
Sweet.
Kuotoas are naturally unable to. These guys are gone. Naturally, Kuotoas are unable to send piercing looks, considering that they don't have any eyelids in order to achieve said piercing looks. But you get the feeling that if ever someone were giving you dagger eyes, it is Sloobludop right at this very moment.
Right.
These 2 Kuotoas stand outside. And, oh fuck, I lost him. Where'd he go? There he is. Alright. And on your right is Sloobludop. Sloobludop is standing on your right as well.
Is that the sun?
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys see
Okay.
as Sloobludop makes his way outside. and out to meet with his daughter. As he walks by too, he sort of ushers the rest of you to follow him.
And to be clear, the divine sense, it was kind of just the entire area, not just Zesh's amulet, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Could he feel it coming off of the statue of the Sea Mother as well?
He just sensed incredibly strong odor. Still does.
Okay.
Pretty much everywhere.
That is not good.
It's not great, no.
So the fish people are evil. Got it.
Without giving stuff away, did you guys get the chance to see what this episode was titled? I mean...
Yeah.
I haven't yet, so.
The Deep Father Rises.
I mean,
Oh. Cool. That's
By
fun.
the way, Courtney and
Spoilers.
Brandon, if you need me to move this around in a certain way, feel free to let me know.
You've been doing great.
Yeah,
so
you're
far.
you're doing great.
I am? Okay, yeah. I'm trying to get as much in as I can.
Right. He walks forward. He beckoned you guys. Good, good. It seems like mostly everybody, you know, knows where to go.
I'm gonna stay toward the back.
All right. You're disease ridden. It's understandable.
Yep.
Alright. He walks forward and he goes, "My daughter, the time has come for us to acknowledge your divine vision and welcome it. I have brought these as offerings," as he stands aside and points to you all. "Will you not accept them?" "You are wise, Father." Hush. The young archpriestess replies, "I accept your offering in the name of the Deep Father, Limugugun. May their blood nourish and strengthen him." Sort of bubbling and burbling cheer arises from those who were chanting Limugugun walking around, as well as the followers of Sloobludop, as they all raise their fists in the air and begin to further go from that cheer to once again going Limugugun, Limugugun, much louder and much stronger. Alright. Let's see. In fact, this is the point where we're going to go ahead and take our break. And I will set up the scenario of the next one instead of moving all the individual pieces right now. We will take our break now. It is roughly halfway through, and today we are not going for 5 hours. Thank goodness. So,
Thank you.
We will be done at very near 9 at least. And, oh, I should mention one other thing, though, before we do this break. As you guys are beckoned, and you're beckoned around the shrine, which, again, you guys saw the Deep Father's shrine of Limugugun, consisting of a large hide roughly cut off a manta ray between poles with the limbs of the octopus stretched out, as the two of them are tied together, draped across it. And it also reeks of decay, and the broadstone altar below the idol is stained dark with blood. But once you're brought around that and through this little area here, one by one, with at least one Kuotoa for each of you, and then the rest of the group following either in front or behind, or following behind or leading in front, you guys pass through this area and see a what appears to be a dark dwarf, who some of you I'm sure may know is let me make sure I have the name right, Durgar, Duergar, which is like this little stout, like I said, dwarf, older guy, no hair atop his head, but sort of like a Santa Claus bushy beard of white and hair that sort of loops around the side a little bit, behind his head. Yeah. So that is all that I need to mention, I feel. You find a Durgar, and he is also being led out with you. So, that is where we're going to go ahead and take the break for now. Everyone who needs to go to the bathroom, do whatever else. Oh, god damn it, I was about to sneeze and then it stopped. Do whatever else it is that you need to do, and we will be back in 15 minutes time-ish, which is... We'll be back at 8 o'clock. Well, actually, a few minutes to 8. We will be back then. So, where we last left off. You guys are now currently with your arms out in front of you, like Blooplopping had you exit the shrine of the Sea Mother with your hands covered in ropes but not actually bound. You guys have all been led through this passageway of the shrine to the Deep Father, past more barrels, items of like. Quite a lot of barrels, actually. You see a crazy amount of barrels. Oh, and 2 buckets out in the ocean. That's not intentional, though. You see some barrels, obviously, out on the dock. You see some barrels over by the side. You see some barrels where you came through. A whole heap load of barrels there. And you were just told that your weapons will be put in the barrels down by the dock. Nonetheless, you are mostly weaponless, still free and unrestrained, but each and every one of you has a spear digging into your back as you're being pushed forward. You and your new friend as well. You continue to hear Li Mu Gu Gun, Li Mu Gu Gun, Li Mu Gu Gun, as you see some of these chanters who are just watching begin to make misshapen circles as they continue to chant and move around in circles around each other, continuing to chant, continuing. This let's say ritual, yeah. You guys are walking down, even though it doesn't look like it here, this 20-foot long just decline. A constant slope downwards, steady, but sure. You walk down this slope, step by step, as you see the blood-soaked stone beneath you getting redder and darker with every step of what must have been the hundreds of sacrifices that have been here before you. Li Mu Gu Gun, Li Mu Gu Gun, Li Mu Gu Gun. They continue to chant as you continue to walk down this 20-foot depression, moving slowly and steadily, only as fast as you have to, with the spear digging in from behind you. I want everyone to make a perception check.
not good.
Him.
6.
Okay.
I rolled
10.
A 10 and a what?
I rolled a nat 20 plus 1.
20. Okay.
9 or passive of 14. That went up too. Holy crap.
All right. So then, to you, it was a 19 and nat 20. What did
Who had a 19?
Sash have? Or
14.
9? 14. Gotcha. I heard 9 and then teen.
Well, it said roll a 9, but it would be your
Yeah.
passive if it's that, right?
No, your passive is for a different call. For
Yeah, it's if you're
things
not-
that you want to
you're
be
not,
searching for,
actively looking, yeah.
Oh. So actively looking is lower than passively looking?
Yeah.
Weird.
It can
All right.
be. You might be focusing so intently on something that's wrong that as you think you're keeping your eye out for stuff, you're focusing on, something that might be moving in the water to your left, whereas there was nothing there. But it is just then Mira who notices quick as a whip as Pluplaping lunges forward, jabbing his spear into Bluplipod as she screams out in pain, saying, "Attack!" They all of a sudden, all the monitors, everyone along the back side, Kuotoa, you could hardly even tell which Kuotoa were which to begin with, but all of a sudden, just all out, create this war. Just two fronts colliding head on, running into each other, and begin to slash at each other.
As soon as I, catch onto this, can I turn around and try and touch the, since my hands are bound together, can I try and touch the Kuotoa that's behind me?
Yep.
I can't get the Kuotoa that's behind me and behind Stool, since they're
Go
together.
ahead and make an attack roll. It's an attack roll for contagion, I believe.
What do I add to it?
Let me double check. You make a melee spell attack.
Forgot what we were doing for that.
Yeah, I
Think
think it was
we
just
were doing
your
what a wizard
+2,
would
which is your
be.
proficiency. And then we'll do your proficiency and your dex, I'd say, because
Okay, so that'd be +4. Oh, 18 plus 4.
Yep,
22.
that hits. Do me a favor,
And
go
it's
ahead and
the-
roll d6.
D6. 3.
Ooh. Your touch acts like acid on the Kuotoa. Immediately, the part that you touch on his arm starts to sizzle away as he screams out in pain. What did you do? All of a sudden, you watch as the flesh just begins to spread out, showing bone, muscle tissue beneath it, just slowly creating a crater in his arm and spreading outward, dissipating this flesh that was covering it once. He has disadvantage on charisma checks and is vulnerable to all damage. But yeah, it's painful as shit. He's looking worse for wear.
Can
Now.
I'm still in melee of both him and the one with Stool, correct?
Yes.
Can I disengage?
I'd say with that, he backed up pretty hard. I don't know. I'd say still in your melee. Otherwise, it'd be another attack. Yeah.
Yeah, because they have spears. Can I disengage and go behind the barrels right here?
You most certainly can. Now this should be fun. Oh boy. I want everyone to go ahead and roll initiative. Is someone...
What were you gonna say, Austin?
Can someone do me a favor and roll for some NPCs? Friendly NPCs?
Sure. Do you want me to tell you what I got first?
Yeah.
Mira got a 19.
Very nice. Delilah?
I got 17.
Alright.
Nice.
Jax?
18.
18, nice. Let's go with Shushar first.
Do you want me to roll for the twins?
Just roll d20 for me a couple of times, if you could.
How many?
Pretty much keep on rolling. But,
Okay.
well, 7, I think. There's 7 NPCs. No, it's now 6, I think, ever since their death. So 6 times. First off is Shushar. What's your first d20 roll?
A 9.
9. Alright, twins, Topsy and Turvy.
I'll roll both ones. That's a 12 and a 20.
Alright. Nat 20, wow. Sereth?
4.
Alright. Stool?
A nat 1.
Nat 1. That is not... Stool has always rolled a nat 1. I'm not even kidding. Stool,
Our poor little
I think
pacifist.
every single battle. Oh, and the new guy, Heinrich, what's his name? Hemeth.
We don't know yet. It's a 12 for him.
Alright. Next. I'm just gonna do some. So for the 11 of you, is alright. Hate to say it, they're rolling pretty high.
Mm-hmm. Most of us rolled pretty well, though. So
That is true.
Except for me.
That is also true. In a number of these, Ash has been rolling pretty low as well.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, did you add your new bonus to initiative? Because it's...
My initiative's still just +2.
Okay.
It didn't change. Because that's not... Like, intelligence was the same. That matched what I already had.
and it didn't apply to dexterity, I believe.
Oh, that's what initiative? Okay. Since he was asking, I was
Yeah.
assuming it was intelligence.
That's what I was checking.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wisdom was the huge jump. It raised like most of my skill checks.
So with a nat 20...
Because I was at 10, I think.
Great. Let's just start out with Turvy. I don't suppose. Rachel, do you have a lot of were rats memorized, or could you pull up that page if you could?
Where would the page be?
On oh no, I guess you can't. I don't know if it's an I think it's an expansion. Never mind. I will get to it. I just got to do all this first.
Would it? I'll check and see if it's in the monster portion of the players.
Unfortunately, I think it is only once you have out the abyss.
That's probably why. It might not be in players. If I did have it, it would be in my DM manual.
Okay.
For the acid thing, did that do any like point damage?
He is diseased and has those different things. I'll say that it did. Do me a favor, roll a d6.
Okay, because I just wanted, because I have, as a 3rd level rogue with assassin, I have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. And if I hit, if it's surprised, then it's a crit. But I don't think they would be surprised.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Unfortunately.
Okay. Do you still want me to roll the d6?
I don't think anybody's really surprised by this, but your perception gives you the chance to do the initial. Oh shoot, Topsy. Yeah. Go ahead and do the roll for that.
For the contagion, it's I rolled a 5.
Okay. So against K10, dealt 5 damage. Alright, I am sorry about this, guys. Very nearly done. K1. Seraph. K8. And Stool. Okay. Shoot. Top of the order is Turvy. My goodness. Oh, jeez. That's probably not very fun for the stream to watch either. Another thing that you noticed, as well as most of you noticed too, and this is more so what you were so focused on, is that in the waters in front of you, you can see some sort of bubbling coming up. excitedly from the waters below, as well as some sort of bits of solid, what you think appears to be maybe a snake writhe around here or there. To start out, Topsy is going to change into were-rat form, though, and that is his action. So he's going to stand where he is. Next up is Mira.
I guess I'll take my action to open up a barrel and see what's in it.
Okay. You open up the nearest barrel to you.
Mm-hmm.
You open it up, and the wafting smell overcomes you once again as it is filled with starting to rot chum and fish bits.
I'm gonna close the lid.
Yep.
That
That was your bonus.
was my bonus.
Yeah. So you'll have an
Um,
action and movement.
can I use my other action to look in another barrel?
You can. You open up the barrel to its left, and it is a very familiar sight of water orbs.
Damn it!
Oh, gosh.
Um. I'm gonna crouch down and stay where I am.
Alright.
I thought there were gonna be weapons in there.
Next up is Kuotoa 3 here. So, Kuotoa 3 is going to make his attack. Seeing everything else happening, he really wants you to move forward. So, Jax, he's gonna stab you with the spear, pushing you forward. So it's a +3 to hit. $15 hits.
Nope, 17.
Sorry, 18.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, sorry, +3, sorry. 15 is the die roll. It is
Gotcha.
over here still if you want to check it.
I believe you.
Or I should say, if
where would it
Rachel
be?
would check it. Over behind the DM's desk. It's the largest die over there.
I believe him. It's fine.
He's going to do. He's going to do D6 and 1, but he also really, really wants you to move forward. I forget in D&D, can they forego damage to push? I feel like I've seen that before. He's not trying to murder you. He's trying to push you forward.
I feel like I've seen it too, but
Yeah. In, you know, that one other show, which we're not going to say the name of probably, because...
Let me see if I can find it. I'm going through the manual, or the handbook right now.
Okay. In the meantime, though, after that is your turn, Jack, so go ahead and think about what you're going to be doing.
I already know what I want to do.
Huh? this sake, though, I'm gonna say if someone wishes, they can sort of just push back someone as opposed to damage them, especially with a spear, because this is extenuating circumstances too. So I'll say he pushes you 10 feet at spear tip, constantly nudging it so that he doesn't break the skin, but constantly pushing you forward to the point where you have to move forward or else it will hurt quite a bit.
Alright.
And you guys are there, and it is now your turn.
Okay. I don't know if I could reach, but I'd like to get where Mira was, but one step forward,
Okay.
and then like aim. So I'm looking at the long line of the Kuotoa.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets you about there.
Alright. What about getting back where I was, but where the dude pushed me from? So like where he was standing.
Okay. And since it's really difficult for those of you who don't know who are watching, Brandon unfortunately is unable to make it necessarily inside this game, so he's watching from Mira's thing, so it's difficult to tell where, so that's why I'm allowing him to move back, as it were. But 5, 10, 15, 20, you can get there, but you are moving out of his attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Alright, so he's gonna make a net attack against you.
Wow.
And all I can see for pushing attacks is from the maneuvers on the fighter
that's
class.
ranged weapon attack, he can't. So he's gonna make a spear attack for damage.
But that's all I
that
can
one
find.
actually is 15. 15 does not hit 18. So he swings and misses you as you narrowly escape walking around the side of him. And you are there.
Alright. First thing I want to do is take out this shield I have.
Nice.
So it's going to boost my AC to 19.
Okay.
Jeez.
And I'm going to use my acid breath to hit as many of those dudes as I can.
It is a 15-foot cone, correct?
30-foot straight, and then like 5 feet, yeah, and then like 5 feet wide.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. So 30
And they
feet,
just
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, we'll get that one too. So it's Kuotoa 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jeez.
Nice.
and they have to make a DC deck save of 12. And if they make it, it's half damage.
Of 12? Oh, I didn't know what
Yep.
you said. I thought you said of a well.
No.
Stop. 6? That does not make it. So that's 4. Number 5. 17 makes it. 18 makes it for Kuotoa 6. Hold on, let me just double check something. Okay. I think I was a Kuotoa short and all that, but it doesn't matter. Kuotoa 7 succeeds, because this battle's a bit different as it is anyway. Kuotoa 8 fails, though. And Kuotoa 9... 12? DC 12, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. The first time was me saying 12. The second time was me asking 12. I think it sounded like I said 12, 12, and I didn't mean to. I was just reading out loud and then saying. So they take half damage. So what is the full amount of damage?
11.
11. Half damage. We always round up here because numbers. So you take -6. Kuotoa have that many hit points, so you are left with that many. Alright, you are left with that many. You are left with that, you are left with that. You failed, you take 11. You succeeded. You are left with that. You failed. You take 11. You are left with that. Alright. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. They look pissed off and searing hot.
Nice.
Alright. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. We are now to Kuotoa 2, who incidentally is right behind you. He's gonna try and spear ya. Again. Isn't going too well. But yeah, no. That does not hit. Certainly not with the 19. Alright. So Delilah is up now.
Alright.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
There was a cool bit of reverb that sounded like a weird insect that like a transformer.
I attack with bees!
Bees?
Oh man. Sorry, I'm trying to decide between two things still.
No worries.
They're all our enemies, right? Like, we're not picking and choosing?
Well, right now there's a bit of a civil war going on.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. I don't know if there's like anyone we're siding with.
It's up to you.
Alright, they're all dead. Cool.
Pretty much.
Zash don't care.
Because, yeah.
Hashtag Zash don't care.
To be fair,
Let's
the ones
start
behind
trending
us,
that,
we don't know
guys.
who's on our side.
Right.
And like I said, before even they started breaking out in battle, Kuotoa, classes of Kuotoa, individual Kuotoa, they all just started to blur as you guys constantly heard Imu Gugun being chanted. You constantly saw just troves of fish people walking around, and it was difficult.
Alright, so I'm gonna take a couple steps like forward, like towards the water. I'm assuming that's water, right?
Okay.
And then I want to use my guiding bolt on the guy that was just behind me.
Alright. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
At 17.
17 hits. What is the damage of that?
It's 5d6, so
Jeez.
so 3,
6 to 30 points.
6, 5, so 14, another 5, 19, and then 20.
20. You run up as quickly as... Oh, wait, I would like to quickly, before I forget and, just make this guy obliterated. You ran away from him, which means that he gets an attack of opportunity. Is that okay for your decision still?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
She took the Forge domain, by the way.
Yeah.
She has +1 to her AC. And
17.
No, I have 19.
Cool. Whoa. Jesus, you two. You two are swole with armor. All right.
Can't even touch our buff cleric.
No. He tries to jab you forward, but unexpectedly, that's the direction that you were running, so it misses. As you turn around, just quickly, right from your hand, as it goes flying in, right through his forehead, as this guy just drops dead. Boom.
Awesome.
Done.
I kind of think of guiding bolt like the spirit gun from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Sure.
Did you want to do any more movement or anything?
No, I'm gonna stay right there.
You're gonna go ahead and stay right there. All right. Next up is K4, who's dead.
Do we see this ominous purple thing in the water over here?
Again, you guys see like little bits of what appear to be snake things popping up. You see water bits, and yes, that is what I was referencing to. That's as close as we're gonna get right now to that. Although I can do this. Well, I'm doing too much anyway. I should really not be focusing on this.
I was just kind of making sure. It was getting worse, like if we're keeping an eye on it or anything.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's not changing yet.
Yet.
What? Is that the operative word here? What? Ah. Alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. K4 is dead. Next up, K7. Ain't doing too well neither. Took a good blast of acid to the face. 5, 6, 7. He's going to attack. Wait, let's just make sure 5, 6, 7. He's gonna attack Seret and try and nudge him forward. In fact, yeah, we're just gonna say that he successfully moves him forward 10 feet. Same with K9. Pushing the Quag off, although that might be a bit more difficult. He moves him 5 feet. It's a Quag off. Alright. Next up is Henneth. Jesus. Alright. There's a lot of people here. Henneth gets moved, push, or no, it's his turn to do something. Henneth. Henneth is gonna break away. Take the attack of opportunity that guy's gonna get.
Or you can go help.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 feet as far as he can.
Are each of the small squares worth 5 feet, or each of the 4 squares in a bundle?
Relatively. I mean, they're sort of like that. Attack of opportunity is... Oh, yeah, that hits. But he's just daggering him. He takes... Let me just double check. 1d6 plus 1. Yes. Alright. That's fine for him. Alright. Next up after him is Topsy. Topsy is also going to turn into where we're at form. That is his turn. K5 here is still alive behind Zash. K5 is going to try and push Zash out toward the water. 2. Wait. Let's see the bonus to hit. Total of 5.
Still no.
Still no. Okay. Just you gotta check these things. All right.
Oh, 5. Yeah, that hits my AC.
Wow. I just yeah. Okay. K10 over here.
It's actually not even great.
He's gonna push stool forward like that. Shushar the Awakened. is going to try and use his action and just say, I am a fellow Kuotoan. Why would you want to sacrifice me? I can make sure people are awakened. And that's the entirety of his 6 seconds. K6, incidentally, that is this guy. He's also going to try to push Zash forward.
That hits exactly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, we've just got studded leather armor. It's not that great.
Is going to push you 5 feet. Or, sorry, 10 feet away from you. And that's that. Alright. Next up is Zash.
Okay. How far away is this whole group up here?
It's starting to change out, because the interesting thing about this, you're still alive, you died, you're out in the water, and you're out in the water, and you died, you're out in the water, and you're out in the water. As everybody was moving forward, some of them are fleeing from battle, some of them are doing other things, and they are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 feet away from you, at minimum.
Perfect. All right. So Zash is going to use Shatter on that entire group, or at least as much of it is in a 10-foot range. It creates a thunderclap that hits a 10-foot sphere.
Okay. Where would you like to direct or center this 10-foot sphere?
Probably more over to the right side, because I assume like the orange ones are at least still good, but he's not sure about anyone else.
Yeah, you would get
So really just
all these
over
guys.
here. Yeah.
All right.
I want to hit all of them with Shatter.
Go ahead and make
And
an
it's
attack roll for...
it's a Constitution save for all of them.
Okay. You still
Sorry.
have your spell attack. Or...
No, it's a
No,
Constitution
you're
save.
right, yeah, okay. Been a long day. That's how many? 6, 7? Oh, no, 8.
It's 13, by the way.
14. Natural 20.
Did your DC go up because of the amulet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently.
15. 2. 9. 3 successes, 3 fails. 14 succeeds. Last one. Alright, 4 and 4. I'm just going to say that the 4 closer ones were hit, and the 4 further ones succeeded.
Okay. So the 4 that failed take 15 damage, and the 4 that passed take half that.
Alright. Yeah. They're fine. Yep.
And I'm actually going to risk the attack of opportunity and go up around just to get out of the way of those peeps.
Alright.
Or however, like
That
30
one-
feet is.
And at least that one have used their reactions, I believe. I think. I know at least this one has.
Mm-hmm.
This one uses reaction on Hanneth. This one uses reaction on Delilah.
Jax.
No, I
I
mean,
believe.
On Jax. One of them. Yeah, I think they're out of reactions anyway. Alright.
Beautiful.
So, with the end of the turn of my last player character. That is when it happens, miraculously, and like by the fate of the gods. A final blow to Sloobludop as she cries out, screams out in pain one last time. It is overshadowed by the noises of the whip, the monitor, and the Kuotoas that went out into the water slowly beginning to scream out as you see all of a sudden these kinds of these swarms of bubbles move from the back end to the front. And you guys see, in fact, I want everyone to make a perception check.
8.
10.
16.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 17.
15.
Alright. 17 and 15. So Delilah and Jax, you both see the shape of these manta ray looking creatures. Surely the dead one up on the shrine is reminiscent of just one of the childs of one of these big, humongous manta rays that come up and start to tear apart in swarms the Kuotoa that went swimming out into the water, one by one. They're known as Iktiktakal. And I dare anyone to correct me on that pronunciation, because it is IXITXACHITL. Iktiktakal. Alright. Strangely enough, they speak Abyssal. I just learned that. Alright. Aside from the point, though, we hear still, though, Sloobludop screaming out as she falls to the ground and standing over her saddened, distraught father who did what he had to. Standing there, successful. As the Darklake begins to run more red with blood, he looks at you as the bubbling in the water stops. And shaking. The ground beneath you. The stone and mud-built city around you begins to shake. Everything towering. You hear, even though this place has hardly any glass, you hear what sounds like the shattering of every single possible glass that could be falling off a shelf and splattering across the stonework. As you hear loud, silence for a second as the young archpriest follower Sloobludop yells out, Limugugun, as you guys see. Oh, please tell me. Please don't tell me. Oh, that one might be stuck.
Oh no.
Has it been anticlimactic? It's okay, I'll just spawn another.
So we win then, right?
That's it. There's no Limo Gugun.
Cool.
Well, actually, Let me just do this over here in these shadows for a little bit.
Oh, I can see him under the level. Terrifying.
Oh.
In like a Spiky Barney kind of way.
Be great if we had our weapons.
Right.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
I thought they were in these, but they're not.
We only checked 2.
That's
Yeah, if you need that kind of thing, I guess.
Wow. I mean, I guess I could punch him.
Hey, you don't see the battle cleric whining.
Right. Exactly.
Has real attack spells.
As splashing up
Huge.
from the
Oh,
water,
good God.
this two-headed demonoid beast
It's really good.
splashes
Nope.
out of the water, shaking absolutely everything, staring down for just a second until it raises its hand, tentacle layer in the air, and the 2 Kuotoas in the water that are still alive yet on his left-hand side splashes down with a fury on them and demolishes them into the water as they disintegrate into the very waves that splashed out from its arms. The darkened surface of the water around the creature begins to continuously bubble and foam outward. As you look closer, this texture of this creature is thick, oily, darkened tentacles breaking through a surface of water and rock, with faces resembling hideous baboons with wickedly curved tusks. Both heads are attached to the single torso, and the monster's red eyes burn with bloodlust and madness. Creature rising from the Darklake must stand 30 feet tall or more, with water slowly cascading down it like a waterfall over its back and shoulders. Upon reaching its full height, the demon throws back at both of its head and simultaneously lets out the loudest roar you've ever heard. As he moves one of his legs closer and begins moving toward you guys. Immediately, all the Kuotoa turn around and begin to flee from the area. Except for, of course, what's Blue Bit Bod, because she's dead. Kuotoa begin to run.
Are we no longer in combat with
I
the
was gonna say,
Kuotoa?
no more initiative, pretty much. Well,
I'm running away. I'm grabbing stool and running away.
They're just running. It's not really initiative.
Can I grab stool and start running? Oh wait, crap! No, I can't. I'm just gonna start running away.
You just start running?
I cast Hunter's Mark on the big dude
Oh no,
and then run away.
this is too much for me. I'm running.
I think it's too much for any level 3 character.
Thanks.
I'm gonna use my movement, my action, and my bonus to run 90 feet away from that thing.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90 feet away.
Could I possibly be like not as close to the water? Like I probably would have made a sharp turn. And I probably would have run the other way towards the barrels, because that's where our stuff is.
45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Right there.
Okay. I don't know if that's where our stuff is, but
Alright. Yeah, the NPCs. They can't get as far, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Topsy turvy dash. Shushar the Awakened begins to run with the fellow Kuotoans, and before you guys even know it, he's lost into the crowd. Traveling with him so long, you never even thought about how quickly he could disappear into this crowd, but unintentionally, and just trying to scurry from the madness, much like every one of the Kuotoans, he's just lost. You cannot tell for the life of you who he is.
we do know how fast he can run, though.
You do, but all
That's
the
all he's
Kuotoans
ever
can
done.
run at the same exact pace. About the same. Oh, and this guy, he's far out now. He was running before the creature even showed up. And then that's the last of the NPCs. Now, all of you else.
How tall are the Kuotoa?
The Kuotoa are human height. 5 foot some odd inches usually.
Okay.
Some are about 6 feet.
Okay. Zasha's gonna disguise self to look like a Kuotoa and dart into the middle of their crowd to hide.
Nice.
Oh, that is a good idea.
It was one of my level 2 things, I think. I can just do that at will.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, you successfully blend in with them.
And you guys just stay up there and get killed?
Well, I said I was gonna cast Hunter Mark and then run.
You were not wrong. Is Hunter Arts Mark a bonus action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It lasts for an hour.
60, you get ahead of the NPCs there. And what would Delilah like to do?
I'm definitely running.
Clank, clank, clank.
You take them.
Oh, of course. Let me just defeat it all by myself real quick.
Done with everything else.
Alright, yeah. Now it's the Demigorgon's turn.
Oh god. Those crates are destroyed.
Yeah, here's hoping it wasn't anywhere else in there. Right. Would... Oh, I never even noticed. I mean, I never... Because I can see this, and I didn't know that you guys couldn't see this yet. I mean, what? Mira, again, it is to you. What would you like to do?
I really want to know where my stuff is, but I would probably need the head priest to figure that out. So I'm gonna run towards the temple.
Interesting. Okay. 90 feet again?
If it can get me to the temple.
I
Or
mean,
I'll
can
just-
you move 90 feet again?
Yeah, I can move 90 feet. I just won't. I'll use it my bonus, my action, and my movement.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 gets you there.
60 gets me there.
Yeah.
Then I'll go the extra 30 feet. I'm just running like hell.
10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Alright.
Just ditch your party.
That thing is terrifying,
Zash is
okay?
moving in with the crowd like a stealthy pro. Jackson, Delilah.
And I'm only missing my gray sword, but
Well, we don't know which. There are a ton of barrels. It would take way too long to check.
some of these people have to know because they
Yeah,
had to
some of
help
them have
hide
to
it.
know.
But we can't talk to them. You could. You're gone.
You have stool.
No, we don't. Isn't he? Oh wait, he's behind us.
Yeah, he's right behind you. And you have Sarah as well, so.
You're looking around to see who's in your group, and you just see a terrified face on a tree as he's just running as quickly as he can. And you're like, oh yeah, we got Stool with us, and that's about it. Yeah.
Alright. I yelled at Sarah to ask where her stuff is.
Because I realized this, and I want to be a bit more of a stickler, do you speak Elvish or Undercommon?
I do speak Elvish.
Okay. So, yeah, you yell at him in Elvish, if he knows where the stuff is. No fucking clue! As he continues to run.
Were you asking him
Ask.
where the stuff? Asking him to ask where the stuff
Yes.
is? Okay.
No? Alright.
You asked him to ask where the stuff is?
Yeah, to ask the Kuotoa. Because some of them had to have helped hide it.
Which one was Glugglugog?
I have no idea.
Oh, that was rather cosmetical. So Glugglugog is right there too. He goes, "Do any of you know where our stuff is?" And there speaks up the familiar voice of the kid, the son of not Blooblipod, the son of Blooblapine.
Yeah.
Who goes, "They're right in those barrels, but don't get yourself stomped on," as he points to the ones that Mira was literally just at.
Nice.
Oh.
Yep. In fact, I was really wondering if you guys would come upon this, and then have a real conundrum.
Oh!
Oh.
Alright, I just start tearing through these barrels and grab whatever I can that's ours.
You try as quickly as you can to rip open into them, and you do find all your guys' weapons and stuff. In fact, I don't know who noticed it, but when the people who left after whatchamacallit, after Glugglugog stormed out, I moved them over to here, to these barrels in particular.
Nice.
I had the view for us focused on the room or the building we were in, so
Yeah.
we wouldn't have seen it.
Understandable.
It technically would have been cheating.
And he's starting to move more so toward the left a little bit.
Oh, thank God.
Alright, I like to distribute all of our stuff.
Alright, you guys take a sec. Yeah, I know all the NPCs do. So while you guys are distributing the stuff, Zash, do you wait by to get your stuff?
I mean, yeah, I'm with the group still.
The Kuotoans are gonna continue running. So you get the choice whether you want to stay in with the crowd or stay for the stuff.
Would I know that Zash is Zash, though?
I don't think so. He
Right,
disguised
I'm not gonna
himself.
give some weird fish guy Zash's stuff.
His voice would be
Yeah,
the same, though, wouldn't it?
Huh? Yeah, it would
Is-
be, but I'm not talking.
Okay.
See.
We'll go then. That's fine. I didn't think that grabbing stuff was going to take very long. But...
It's gonna be a few things of movement.
Okay, then yeah, I'll stay with the group. I don't need my stuff. It's just the bow.
Alright, gosh darn it.
Us Kuotoa are ride or die.
There. Yeah, they're very.
Well, with the
much
stuff
so.
that they took, was it solely our weapons? Or everything but a few things?
It was all the stuff
some
that
of
we
your
gave him
weapons, and just the large weapons that can't be concealed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need my gray sword.
Yeah, I want my mace.
If y'all think of me, I really would like my weapons. All I have are 2 daggers, and they don't do much.
This thing got upturned. And, apparently I can't. So it just got destroyed. Okay, it's out in the water. Mira, you successfully dodged into here. They're running that way, running that way. These guys, one of them hidden there, one of them hidden there. And the rest are all scurrying out the door. Oh, not what I was trying to do. Well, they're all leaving.
Is that as far as I could get with 90 feet of movement, or how far did I get to there?
No, you got, that was like 2 things of 90 feet, so you can get as far inside as you want.
Okay, would I have the option to talk to the statue?
Do you have something that would allow you to?
I would say my voice.
Okay. So you just go up to the statue and try and talk to it?
Sure. I take, no, I wouldn't take anything. I just look up at this statue and I say, whatever that thing is, it's hurting your people. And you should really help it. I'm not good at this. But I'm putting some faith in you.
You just hear in the background. People screaming, just constant yells. Yeah, no. You're looking. You're standing in regurgitated entrails, looking at what was probably just a human statue that they put a fish on top of. And you're just staring at it, waiting for something to happen, until one footstep sounds way too close. Nothing's happening.
This is stupid. And I go into the room that had all the money in it.
Alright. You find it exactly as you left it.
There's no one in there? Or
There's one guy. He's
And
in a corner cowering.
in Undercommon, I say, if you exit the building and go to the left, you should be fine. The monster is headed towards the building's right.
Make an intelligence check for me, please. I would like to know that you know that.
Or I could be lying.
Yeah, that is true.
But if it's straight intelligence, that's a 10 total.
I'll let you make it deception if you want to be possibly lying, but either way, it doesn't seem like.
Well, if it's deception, that would let's see, That would be a 15 deception.
Okay. He leaves anyway. He doesn't really say anything. You don't know what he's thinking.
Cool, I'm gonna take all that money.
Okay.
So that was 150 gold
1,000.
piece. Was it 500 copper?
It was 1,000 silver pieces, 150 gold pieces, and 500 copper.
Including what Topsy and Turvy found?
No, you're right. They put back 3,000 gold pieces, so 2,000. Or I mean, 1,000 silver pieces. So it's 2,000 of those.
Awesome. Because I don't know where my stuff is, so I'm assuming that I'm gonna have to buy more stuff. So that's why I'm raiding.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Justify it however you want.
That's what I was gonna say.
Crime is crime.
Yeah.
You're one to talk, dude.
You know, their entire town is being demolished by, thing. You know, we'll just take a few.
It's pretty despicable.
Well, to be
Sense
fair,
that they
that high
couldn't
priest
build.
knew that that thing was going to be there, so he did not warn us of the 30-foot tall
He did not know.
Eldridge entity. Really?
He did not know.
Really?
He
Well,
didn't
I
even
don't know
believe
that he
in
didn't
legal
know.
Googling. That's true. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, now you guys have your stuff. Zash, you are heading with the group inadvertently toward the chapel a bit more. And everyone has their stuff.
I just run in the direction I saw Mira go.
Same way, back alley, this way. Those guys there. Again, the fish people are going to continue running, but they're going to run past the area, and you can see with your perception passive that they are, everyone, a good majority of the group, as you pass by here, is heading into the Sea Mother Shrine. Would you like to go with them?
No.
Okay. Go with. Wait, I should clarify. Do you want to go with the group, or do you want to go with the
Go with the
Kuotoans?
Kuotoa.
Okay, you continue to follow the Kuotoans. They continue to run around that way. Once you guys make it here, these Kuotoans who were fleeing also run around. See that? They
You go, buddy.
that way. They run that way. And you guys are all together. For the most part. Zash is sort of getting a bit far. But Sereth goes, we need to find a way out of this place. I'm not sure if the walls will still be guarded now, or we can still take that boat. But I don't know what we want to do. Either way, we need to leave here.
I think our best bet would probably to grab one of the Kuotoans and ask if there's another way out of the city. Also, I think their god, the Sea Mother, is a load of what would be a good, I guess, a load of chum. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Most gods, most of the time, are a load of chum as it is. Who would have thought that there would actually be one, a demon god, to just fucking appear?
Do you know exactly what that thing is?
I have no clue. I think it might explain a lot.
Yeah, I saw that in my dream. It sucked, and if my dream is any indication, this town is gonna burn to the ground, so we should go.
That's what I'm recommending. Who Who do you recommend that we stop to ask, though? I don't think many of them are sticking around very long.
We grab one or we follow one out.
As you guys are talking, the Kuotoans are still running. Like, all of them, too. I've been
To be
moving
fair,
all
there
these
is
little
one still in the
Kuotoans.
room.
Oh, there is one, There's one still cowering there. These guys are going to continue evacuating their homes, though. You guys, nobody's noticed this yet, though. Alright. So what are you guys doing?
Well, I say to the group, I can't just abandon all these people. I need to save whoever I can. You know, paladin stuff.
Alright, I definitely want to get out of there and like start running like with the other people, like trying to get out of there. I don't want to be like sticking around or anything.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow? Are you gonna stick around with it and kill you?
You run to the
I'm
left.
I might.
Yeah.
Alright. You run to the left, you see a few Kuotoans running what appears to be south. Or you can go straight.
He's asking you which way you want to
Oh, I'll go south.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna run out too.
It's only you, Brandon.
Topsy and Turvy, of course,
Pussies,
are gonna
man.
do that. Valkyrie does that. And Stool, yeah. This guy.
You're the only one left in there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who are you gonna protect in there?
Right.
That one guy cowering in the corner.
Exactly.
I'm here for you.
By the way, this
Emotional support.
guy is the Kuotoan that's still left. This was the guy who ran out and you told to go left, so he's long gone.
Okay.
Alright. I run and grab that guy, you know, fireman carry him out, and just start running after everybody else.
Ooh, one of them was my fault. He was supposed to be gone a long time ago. The second one, you have no idea he's in here.
Oh, but I
He's
do.
behind the locked door, like, just cowering in this room.
Yeah, so you can't even get him.
I'm gonna let me do any paladin stuff, man.
I'm sorry, it's metagaming to know
You
that.
can't feel guilty if you don't know he's there.
That's true.
Right.
Don't cry.
I
over
feel
spilled
guilty
milk.
anyway. I saw so many people die.
Just pick up the other top two Turvy and run. They're little.
Guess I saw everyone
Gnome
else.
legs. They have short gnome legs.
Yeah, see, they can't really run.
I mean, your
Not
first
same.
action in battle was to cut someone in half. I'm not sure
Right.
how good you are at paladin stuff anyway.
I was saving that little old woman.
Uh-huh. Paladins value all human life.
Not evil life.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Delilah.
Yes.
Zash hangs back kind of at the end of the group, like, you know, in the back, and yells after his friends to head this way, just to kind of let them know that he's, you know, he's still with them.
Okay. It goes lost on pretty much everyone who doesn't recognize your voice, considering that there's so many screams. But those who do know your voice are able to pick out the crowd. My God, so many Kuotoans. So many Kuotoans.
Fish boys for days.
Did Brandon join up? I forget. Did Jax?
Yeah, no,
That's
he's
what I
okay.
thought it was.
Okay.
Not happy about it though.
Wait, are cops in? Okay.
So, as you guys continue to run, I'm sort of just going to more so describe this in person instead of continually running everyone around, considering that I don't have any more map here. And you know, it's good to use imagination sometimes. As you guys continue to run with the group, you find that many of them, though running frantically, still somewhat have a place in mind where to go. A hovel, a spot to hide in that's away from the mayhem, all seeming omnipresent, but they all find a place where they feel comfortable. None of them necessarily, or not that many, are fleeing the city, though. They're more so running around, and if the demon gets closer, then they run to a different spot. With their alien-like movements and their arms down at their sides, quickly dashing and speed walking. Where are you guys going?
How far are we from the boat? I'm sorry, like I don't know because I wasn't like
No
here
worries.
last week.
Right now, you guys are heading in the opposite direction of the boat.
Right.
The boat is at the harbor, which the demon is also heading in the opposite direction of the boat.
But we don't know where to go from the harbor to get to safety.
Mhm.
And I think it'd probably move faster than us.
I don't really know where to go on land either.
I mean, at least we know where the boat is, though. Like, we could at least go back to that, and that's the opposite way that the demon thing's going. I say we just stash, like, a Kuotoa and go for the boat.
Well, you are right next to some. You could just grab one.
Right.
And I should be really close to you.
Sort of. There are less and less Kuotoans around you guys, though. Like I said, they're all starting to scurry, starting to find their own individual spots. Some of them run into one building. A couple of them run across the street into a different one. They sort of break off into like a firework of a multitude of different directions once they feel safe enough from the range of the monster. And then whenever you look at the monster, you see another firework sporadic darting of Kuotoans.
Does the monster seem
They're
pretty
not really-
focused on them?
Yeah, the monster's Godzillaing it in Hong Kong right now. Like,
Okay.
he's just smashing up buildings, you know, squashing Kuotoans here and there. He's not focused on anyone in particular. Certainly not focused on any one of you, it seems.
I mean, Zash is still gone from the group, though, isn't he?
He's just moving.
No, we're all together.
Yeah, Zash.
He still
fell
looks like
back
a
and called you
Kuotoan,
guys
though.
out.
Yeah.
He called you guys out.
Okay.
Again, I'm not doing much of the pantomiming of these guys anymore because I ran out of map and it'd be difficult to explain how they run to the multitude of other buildings. Again, here's the map of the city, and this is the bottom of the shrine here. You guys sort of ran into a wall after these buildings here, and they sort of just branched out left and right, mostly, you know, right. And yeah. Going right can bring you back around this building and back out to the harbor.
Darn it, sorry guys.
The question is, do we want to go to sea when there's a giant sea monster
Yeah.
that came out of that same water?
We spent a week out there
Right.
before we saw this thing, and we saw it here.
Yeah, because they summoned it.
Right.
Right.
Here.
But now, like, a boat is a lot slower than we are. Like, are we just surrounded by water? Is this... Or is there, like, land in a direction?
guys, it's the Darklake. It is a very, very vast lake underground, and you guys are like on the shore of it, and caught between a rock, the water. Again, here's the map: a rock, the water, and there's continuing shore on your left and right, covered by outer walls, which have so far been guarded by Kuotoan whips, and a big, again, demon moving throughout the city, and he's about right here right now, smashing up buildings right there.
Alright, well, I still feel like we should at least go into, like, one of the buildings and try to find one of, like, the people to at least ask them how to get back up, like, above ground. Because we honestly have no idea, like, what we're doing, like, where we are. Like, we know where we are, but, like, we don't know how to get back above ground or anything.
Oh yeah, you do see it.
Yeah.
So there's like a cliff thing, and then
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah.
Not
You
really
guys still
anywhere to
have
go.
the
Yeah,
options
no.
to ask your fellow companions too, but right now you guys are doing a bit too much discussing out in the open than would be quite realistic. You guys are just running, trying to quickly figure something out. So if you guys are gonna hide inside somewhere, I recommend doing that if you want to figure something out.
Alright, well, I'm gonna run into the nearest building then.
I'll follow.
And
The nearest one
Map is on here. Okay.
would be on your guys' left here. That works. Just gonna. You guys, in fact, sort of do a little bit of barricading.
bless you. Bless you.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Alright. And you guys find shelter inside this building as it sounds like he begins to somewhat walk off distantly.
We didn't go to a building with any stuff in it.
I deleted the stuff. It was just in the way of you guys. There was just a bed. Again, it was strange for Kuotoans to have beds and a table, pretty much. And a
Okay.
chest.
Well, I've seen a few with like chests and stuff in them, so that's what I meant.
Yeah, gotcha. Nope. Poor regular Kuotoan. Nothing special on him. There were some fish pieces. They like their fish pieces. Alright, so
Alright.
how do you guys plan this?
Has anyone been here before and know a way out? Or do we need... What do we need to do?
Well, we do sorry, I was doing the wrong voice for a second. Well, we do know ways to multitude of different places that we can go. Like, each one of us has a place like that we know, but wherever we go in the Underdark, we'll be able to figure a way out, but we can't be here.
Do we need a boat, or we can get there on land?
We can choose either, but we need to make a decision.
I honestly say that we go back towards the water because when we were outside, like the demon guy is going towards land, like not he's going away from all the water now. So
Again, on the map here, I know it's difficult for you guys. If you see on the stream though, the monster moved from the lake over around this side. And this map is basically a representation of everything. Here's the shrine to the Sea Mother, right there. There's the shrine to the Deep Father, right at the edge. And he moved around the left-hand side. He's coming up to a wall right now. A big rock formation that leads into the top of the cavern that the Darklake is in. So he's not necessarily heading inland, because there is no more inland. There's a wall. He's probably just going to demolish around the city for a good bit.
The walls on either side of the village, do they go anywhere land-wise?
The walls themselves don't lead anywhere. They have like paths and things like that that continue into the winding tunnels that the Underdark is famous for.
Okay, so there's really nowhere to be gained from staying on land. Like, we can't really get anywhere else.
Well, but
Mhm.
how big are the tunnel
You
entrances?
can get everywhere from here. You still have the option of every other place.
I'm thinking if we go through a tunnel, it's a smaller opening and it probably won't follow us as easily.
Yeah.
And we can go faster than on a boat.
Yeah, I think we stay on land.
It,
The sea monster has to go back to sea eventually.
We don't really know that.
I mean, he's not going to go into a
Summon.
cave.
I don't know this guy's deal.
He can't fit in a cave.
I know he doesn't have some kind of magic ability to shrink.
Then we can fight him. Get him down to
You know-
cave size.
You know what? Let's let luck take this chance, and I pull out a coin. Heads land, tails sea.
Is this
Is
weighted
everyone good
too?
with this?
one if by land, two if by sea. Hey,
Pretty
there's
much.
for you history buffs. Alright, so from Sloobludop, it is 8 days back to Valkenvelv. It is 20 days to Grexdu. 26 days to Neverlight Grove, which is where Stool is from and wants to get back to. 20 days from Blingdenstone, which is where Topsy and Turvy are from, don't want to go back to, but they know the way if they have to. There's Menzoberranzan, which is 20 days away as well. And I believe Gracklstool was where Nathara went to.
Do any of those places lead to the surface?
You guys haven't come across / asked any passing travelers to gain enough information about that.
Ugh. Should we just go to
Does
the,
everyone-
Still knows that.
Should we just go to the destination that's the closest because we don't have that great amount of supplies?
The destination that's the closest is backtracking.
That's true.
Oh, Bupito.
Do they all know?
Poor Bupito.
Do they all know how to get where they need to go, either land or water?
They went to Blingdenstone, actually, I think. Sereth Kazaret. And this is like stuff that they would have told you throughout the trip anyway, throughout miscellaneous times that you guys were on the boat and stuff like that. Sereth Kazaret has sort of been encouraging everyone to travel to Neverlight Grove. Shushar, of course, wanted to go to the Darklake and to Sloobludop. Stool can't navigate, but he desperately wanted to return to Neverlight Grove. Topsy and Turvy can navigate to Blingdenstone. Blingdenstone, yeah, that's the one. But they are reluctant to do so. You guys don't have Ront, you guys don't have Jimjar, you guys don't have Eldith. Prince Darendil is happy to go wherever, and Bupito's dead, so yeah. Half torn between Blingdenstone and half torn between Neverlight Grove.
Well, it kinda seems like-
lead you.
Yeah, well, it kind of seems like most everybody wants to go to Neverlight Grove, or are
Two of
indifferent.
them. Sereth and Stool.
And most everyone else seems kind of indifferent, though.
That's
from the description you
relatively
just gave.
Considering that Topsy and Turvy don't want to go to Blingdenstone. They
And
just
Prince
don't.
Darendil is fine with whatever.
Who's the other one who knows how to get to Blingdenstone? I just said it. And no, Nathara went to Flame Stone. Jim Jar wanted to go there.
I think we should go to Neverlight Grove.
I agree.
And it just depends on how quickly. Would it be harder to get there by sea or by land?
Same pace, pretty much.
Okay, then I say we flip a coin.
I mean, that's fine. If it's the same and there's a sea monster threatening us, I say we do land, but you can flip it. That's fine.
1, 2, 3, sea. 4, 5, 6, land. Hoppa. 6, land.
Land it is.
The fate of the gods have spoken. Alright.
Where's he? I'll kill him again.
You guys make your way out of the hovel. Slowly make your way up. I need to see something.
And you said Stool cannot
That
navigate?
was so close to you guys running into 2d6. Okay, never mind. It was so close to being in that 20. And on a 17 through 20, you guys ran into Kuotoans who were stopping you. Just saying.
Oh gosh.
It was so close. That's why I had to sort of metagame, to be fair. But
I mean, technically, Zash is still a Kuotoa. It lasts for an hour.
he is. He is.
I just flipped him so it's easier to move.
And you guys have free passage with the Kuotoan in your party. Not free passage, but a lot more easier passage. You guys noticed that earlier too. So, that being said, you guys.
I'm gonna really like this disguise self at will spell.
Yeah. Is it first level? That's interesting.
It's first level, but the invocation lets me do it at will.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. How many first level spell slots do you have?
I have 2 spell slots.
Okay.
With warlocks, it actually just does anything as whatever level you are. So, like, I technically have 2 second level spell slots. So anything I have that's first level gets cast as second level. It's weird.
Gotcha.
But disguise self is just always first level because it's an invocation.
Yeah.
Just like my burning hands trait.
But you can still only become 2 different people and then have to rest, right?
Huh? No, it's lasts an hour. That's all it says.
It lasts an hour, but you can cast it twice, is what I mean.
No, I can cast it as much as I want.
But you still have spell slots.
It doesn't use a spell slot.
Only cantrips don't use spell slots.
Uh-huh. It's an invocation. It's not a spell.
That's why I asked if it was a first level spell or...
Well, I mean, it's in a first level. It is a first level
I'll-
spell, like, as a thing, but I use it as an invocation.
I'll have you send me the info throughout the week. But you guys head out on your way. Successfully head to the outer wall, western outer wall, because the monster is at the eastern outer wall. Luckily, once you get there, Kuotoans have completely fled. Like many of them, like many of the Kuotoans that you've seen, they probably scurried away as quickly as possible, wanting to get with their loved ones, people that they care about. Maybe children, though you haven't really seen many Kuotoa children, which you think is a bit odd too. But you know that they want to be more at peace. A lot of them feel like they're going to die, though. Which, yes, that does break Jax's heart a good bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys head out on your way. In the distance, you can hear the continual soundings of thrashing, smashing, roaring, screaming, pain, murder, bleeding out, echoing through the vast caverns, which slowly goes from the grand opening of the Darklake to get smaller and smaller and smaller, until you're at the once again familiar patter of squishy ground beneath your feet and narrow tunnels. You guys continue your journey for Neverlight Grove, and we will pick up on that next week. That was an interesting game. My goodness.
I really assumed we were gonna have to fight that thing.
Me too.
That, no. I was really hoping you guys weren't gonna, because so far you guys have been really gung-ho about, like, everything. And I was really afraid that you guys were gonna be like, well, we have to battle. Like, for instance, on the dock there, you guys could have easily just run while everyone else was fighting. Some of them tried to push you and stuff, but then they probably would have joined the battle. You guys didn't have to fight any of the Kuotoans.
Yeah, I debated not wasting a level 2 spell on them, but it was kind of fun. I wanted to use it.
But yeah, nonetheless, I'm very glad that you guys decided not to fight the beast. In fact,
I know.
I will just quickly give you a little excerpt from this about how it says, hopefully, the players exercise the better part of valor and flee as soon as they see the Demon Lord. If they confront him, they are almost certainly doomed. Fortunately for them, Demogorgon is focused on smashing the Kuotoa settlement and pays little attention to the puny creatures fleeing from him. The creatures, thus, have a good chance of getting away if they act quickly. They might first need to deal with companions overcome by bouts of madness, however, and they need to decide how they intend to escape. Which was also something. But yes. On the road again. I can't wait to get... Okay. You guys are once again on the road. Again, we will continue that in the next episode. Thank you so much, though, everyone, for watching. Thank goodness it wasn't too long today, but it's still, you know, intensive. There's still a lot that's going on. There's still a lot that we got to tell you about, and there's still a lot more to come. So we hope to catch you again in the future. Again, you can tune in every single Monday night at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time for live Dungeons & Dragons gameplay with people who met on Reddit and become the bestest of friends while doing so, here on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/themajesticgaming, G-A-M-I-N-O-G, as well as on YouTube, where the videos will be uploaded to as well, which is also at the channel The Majestic, which you can find on the link here on Twitch, or you can find just by searching The Majestic, all one word, and it is the very first search result in channels. That being said, thank you so much again for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I like that. Bye, everyone. All right. Bye.